Welcome friends of Collecting 1/6. Today at Kabuto Toys we analyse a Hot Toys figure from 2019. It is Pennywise from the movie It, Chapter 2. This sequel to Stephen King's hit, it was released in 2019 and was one of the biggest box office hits of the year. It is a very different version from the 90s TV movie, which tries to give greater darkness to the character of Pennywise, the killer clown in the film. On this occasion, we forget about old Tim Curry, whom I adored for the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and the until then semi-unknown Bill Skarsgård absorbs the character. Hot Toys offers us this edition with a beautiful box with a transparent dust jacket with a drawing of a red balloon and bloodstains, and under this the terrifying image of the murderous clown. It is the typical box with a display window and graffiti to the left of the figure. And we delve into the accessories of this figure. We start with Georgie's paper boat, which practically opens the first installment of the film. It's not paper, it's resin, and it certainly looks very unnatural. The mythical red balloon, very successful, made of inflated plastic and with a plastic rope that accurately simulates the texture of a real rope. Unfortunately, the balloon has the mark of the mold joint. It has not been made in a single piece. A severed arm. I love the detail of this piece. The painting of the wounds and the hand itself seems spectacular to me. Another very successful accessory is this skateboard stained with blood on its base and with functional wheels. Four pairs of hands, both normal and beast versions, with sharp nails. A surprise box, which brings us the figure separately and is not functional, it is merely ornamental, although it is true that we can move the crank of the box. I love the look of the doll. It is, in its simplicity, terrifying. And finally, a fantastic base. Very good paint on both the grass and the front, which has a very successful wet effect. And a Hot Toys idea is to allow you to put one of the two heads that this edition comes with in the base, achieving a great effect. And we analysed the two heads that this edition of Hot Toys offers us. This is my favourite head. Very good sculpting and paint job. Excellent, above all, the work of the mouth, with several rows of terrifying teeth. Perhaps the sculpting of the hair is the most orthopedic thing on the head. It is very difficult to achieve a realistic result with this type of hairstyle. I like the cracks in the white paint on the head. This second head has the same paint job as the previous one, although for my taste, this one has fallen a little behind if we compare it with the countless versions that have come out later, much superior. Without going any further, the in-art version. The figure itself is very appropriate, the typical body used by this company, but it doesn't clash at all. The wardrobe section is very notable, very careful, and with many details. It is a very complicated costume to reproduce exactly, with so much embroidery, ruffles, and tassels. But Hot Toys has done it. We can only complain that the clothes are excessively clean. A good job of soiling your clothes wouldn't have hurt at all, although we know that this company is not very expert in that type of work. 4 stars for this Pennywise from Hot Toys, which is not bad at all, but which has become somewhat outdated thanks to additions from brands like InArt that have launched more superior versions, even with wool hair, artisan versions. Despite everything, it is not a bad figure, quite the opposite. It is a rare bird from Hot Toys, which is very reluctant to launch figures dedicated to the world of horror. In fact, its horror catalogue is very limited, if not practically non-existent. And what was given ended. Thank you for reaching this point in the video. If you are a lover of figure collecting, or you simply like this thing, you can support us by subscribing, liking, or leaving your comments in the opinions box. And we are also making noise on our social networks. Almost every day we publish news, latest releases, or show our figures. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. You have all the links in the description of this video. Be encouraged, we are becoming more and more friends both on networks and on YouTube, where we are already more than 1,000 crazy people. Friends of Collecting 16, health and luck.